Going into a chapter that's talking about functions and linear functions. Our main thing that we're going to be doing is writing equations of linear functions, but this first part starts off with just talking about graphing. So, just so I remember or know what you know, where do we start this graph? 5. Good. Very good. And then what's my slope? What does this -2 tell me? Down 2 over 1. Remember back in the day where this was really difficult? Like in Algebra 1 days, that we don't remember how to graph. We're freaking out about y = mx plus b. Everybody hated it. Okay, so go ahead and grab some notes. Like I said, I'm not sure why I made this a lesson today. This should be like...
Is this all we're doing?
2 lessons.
That's all.
Today we're going to talk about graphing. And I'm just going to make sure you can solve for y and graph and slope. Tomorrow then we go into writing the equation from 2 variables. So I made that one on a Wednesday and this one on a Tuesday. I must have known that a paper was due or something. I don't know.
No, leave it so I can work on my paper.
Okay, so once we get done with 2.1, we will graph, we'll find slope, and we're going to write an equation given 2 points and write an equation to a parallel line and a perpendicular line. But that, like I said, the bulk of it is tomorrow. Today we're just going to be graphing stuff like this. If I give you y = 2, what does that graph look like? What kind of a line is it?
Across.
Straight across. So y = 2, y is 2 is right here. This is the y-axis. So you go straight across like that. What if I give you something like this? 3x plus y = 2. What do I do first?
Divide the 3 over 2.
Not divide. Subtract. Move it. Just move it. Let's take that on the other side. Yes, we need to move it. We can't divide it because this is just being added. So we're going to subtract 3x to the other side. So I have y is equal to -3x plus 2, and then you would graph that by starting at 2 and going down 3 over 1. Y'all okay with the graphing part of that? Okay. Okay, the last part of my 5-minute lesson today is finding slope. This is going to be important for tomorrow when we're writing our equation. So remember, slope is rise over run. We also talk about slope as being m. So rise over run. Does anybody remember the formula if you're given 2 points?
y1 plus y.
Close.
y1 minus.
So I'm just going to do y instead of the y's and the ones and the twos. Y minus y over x minus x. I'm not going to worry about the y2, y1. That was when you first learned it. You learned how to organize it that way. So if I gave you 2 points like this, -1, 2, and 2, 2. No, I'm not going to do that one. -1, 2, and 2, 4. If I give you this, we know that it goes xy, xy. What y value do you want to go first? The 2 or the 4? Okay, so I'll have 4 minus 2, and because I chose this 4 to go first, what has to go first on the bottom? This one right here. So I'd have 2 minus a -1. So that was the whole point of the y2, y1. It was just so you would organize, so you would pick whatever y value goes first on the top, its x value goes first on the bottom. So what happens with minus and negative? Adds. So I have 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. So my slope would be 2 over 3. Easy enough? Okay. Last thing I'm going to tell you. If I have 2 over 0, or I have 0 over 2, what does 2 over 0 equal? No? Undefined. You can't, that's the one. If I have 2 pizzas and I'm going to divide it by 0 people, you can't do that. I can't divide something 0 times. So this is the undefined. You can't have 0 in the denominator. If I have 0 pizzas and I'm going to divide it by 2 friends, how many pizzas do we have? We still have 0 pizzas. So an undefined slope is going to be like rise 2, run 0. So if I'm going to rise 2 and run 0, rise 2 and run 0, rise 2 and run 0, it's just a vertical line straight up and down. If I have a 0 slope, if I'm going to rise 0 and run 2, rise 0 and run 2, rise 0 and run 2, it's just a horizontal line. Even though mine doesn't look real straight.
It does if you like.
If you like squint your eyes a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all a little bit tired today. Okay, so here is your work to be done today. See how difficult that lesson was?
I don't know if my
Wait
brain
till
could do
tomorrow.
that.
Tomorrow I'm going to be like, let's get going. We got a lot to do. I decided to ease into this second quarter. So here you go. The first one is just matching the first 2. It looks like there's a lot of problems with it, but you're just matching it to the graph. And then I believe this is graphing and that's finding slope. I think we'll probably just add on to it tomorrow. So, yeah, either that or we'll go over it today. We'll see what the day brings.